Today is March 26, 2014, and we're interviewing Orie Absher at the Illinois Veterans Home in Quincy, Illinois. Orie is 85 years of age and was born on May 17, 1928. My name is Tracy Allgilvers, and I'll be the interviewer. Orie, could you state for the recording what war and branch of service you served in?
The Korean War in the Air Force.
What was your rank?
Airman second class.
And where did you serve?
Fairchild Air Force Base, Spokane, Washington.
Did you get immersed in the culture where you were stationed, and if so, did you get immersed in the culture where you were stationed? And you know what, if you were in Spokane, Washington, you weren't necessarily, did you ever go overseas at all or anything?
No.
Okay.
They said I didn't have to. I had 5 brothers in World War II, all overseas at the same time.
Really?
And I got one brother 2.5 years younger than me. We joined the Air Force together, and they said we wouldn't go overseas and we'd stay together. And he and I both was stationed at Fairchild Air Force Base in Spokane, Washington.
Wow.
That's the only place we went.
Okay. What was your job assignment?
I was a truck driver.
So,
Fueling jet airplanes.
so you did not see combat of any kind?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Were you awarded any medals or citations?
No, ma'am.
And then there was no battle planning or anything because you weren't overseas, am I right? Okay. So how did you get along with the other officers and fellow soldiers?
Good.
Okay. Did you feel pressure, stress, or anxiety?
No.
Did you ever keep a personal diary?
No.
Can you tell me about a couple of your most memorable experiences while you were in the service?
Well, the general over my division, he lived off base with his wife, but she wouldn't let him drink. And one night a week, he'd spend the night out there and go to the officers club and get drunk, and then come back to our place. We had an office on the flight line where we was dispatched out to fuel aircraft. And he would come in there and stay with us the rest of the night after and sleep his drug off.
Were you able to stay in touch with your family?
Oh, yes.
Did you do or have something for good luck?
No.
Did you have plenty of supplies?
No.
No? What was the food like?
Wonderful. 10 to 1 better than here.
Not so good here, huh?
Well, I've had better.
So as far as rest and relaxation or R&R, did you have any of that while you were in Spokane? Did you leave the base for any?
Oh, yeah, every weekend.
Every weekend?
We had a Class A pass, and every weekend, the base was 12 miles west of Spokane. And every weekend, I'd go into Spokane and spend the weekend. Stayed with the preacher family. Went to their church. Always went to church. Never drank. I'm 85 and I've never had a drink of beer in my life.
Well, good for you.
I was raised strictly against it.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Were there any entertainers that came to see you on base? Any stars? Anybody that did some entertaining?
Not that I recall.
Not that you recall? Okay. What were some of the pranks that you or others would pull on each other? Do you remember doing any of those?
No.
No?
No, we didn't pull any pranks on each other.
Okay. Do you recall the day your service ended?
And I think it was September the 17th, active duty of, let's see, we went in, we got called to active duty May of '51, and we served 17 months and 17 days on active duty. And then we got released and went back to Illinois. Come back to Illinois.
Did the war come to an end, or had you fulfilled your military service when you got out?
Well, we was called in for 18 months. That's what they called us up for. And we got out, and we still had to go to reserve meetings once a month at Scott Air Base, Belleville, for 1 weekend a month. But other than that, we got out we served 17 months, 17 days on active duty.
And then you did the rest reserve?
Yes.
Okay. Were others discharged with you when you got out? Were there other men that were discharged at the same time?
My brother and I.
Your brother and yourself?
Yeah.
What did you do in the days and weeks afterwards? Did you resume a job or start a new career?
Oh no, I drove a truck. I drove a truck from the day I got out of high school for a living, and didn't retire until after my 76th birthday.
Is that right?
9 years ago.
You put a lot of miles on the road.
Yeah.
Did you travel all over the country?
Well, the first early career, I was working for Mayflower, Worldwide Movers. And when wife and I got married in 1956, and I was working for Mayflower then. And then I traveled 48 states on a moving van. Got tired of that, and I got a job back home driving you ladies too young to remember this, a highway post office bus. You don't remember mail used to look like the size of a Greyhound bus.
Oh, really?
But it was painted red, white, and blue. It said highway post office. And I was a driver and had two mail clerks working in the back. I stopped at every post office town between Marion, Illinois, and Springfield. And we'd pick up mail and unload mail. And two mail clerks sorting mail while I was driving. And I got tired of that. Well, the pay wasn't too good. I was home a lot. But I went back to trucking again, driving a truck. And the last company I worked for, they got an office here in Quincy with no trucker, ABF Freight System. I worked for them 37 years and then retired.
Did you ever at any point go back to school, and if you did, use the GI Bill?
No.
No? Okay. Did you make any close friendships while in the service? And if so, did you continue with any of those relationships once out? Keeping in contact?
Yeah, but most of them that I was in close friends in contact with has died.
Did you ever attend any reunions with any of the guys that you were in the service with?
Ever do what?
Attend a reunion? Did you a lot of them ever get together?
No.
Did you join a veterans organization of any type?
No.
Has your service experiences affected your life by any type of thing?
Well.
Did anyone ever thank you for serving your country?
Oh yeah, a lot of times.
And how did that make you feel?
Good.
Did your military experience influence your thinking about the war or military in general?
Well, I was proud to serve.
Would you encourage young men and women to enlist today?
Yes.
Is your view of government the same before and after your years of service?
Yes.
How do you feel about how war is depicted in movies? And is there an accurate depiction of war in movies? Proud Navy grandpa.
I got a grandson that just joined the Navy and completed his training at Great Lakes.
Oh, yeah?
And now he's in Meridian, Mississippi to go to school.
Well, good for him.
Then he joined for 6 years. Excuse me. And I've got a nephew that went in back, I don't know if they still have it or not, when he got out of high school and went to college at SIU at Carbondale.
Mm-hmm.
He signed up this ROTC program.
They still have that.
When he come out, he was commissioned a second lieutenant. And he went right into active duty in the military.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about 24 years ago. And he's a full colonel.
Really?
In the Air Force stationed in Germany now. He's making a career out of it.
Good for him.
And I'm sure my grandson's gonna make a career.
Good for him.
And
Go ahead.
he got another grandson. He had a brother to the one, and he's gonna be a senior in high school this next year. So I think he'll probably go to the Navy when he gets out of high school.
Were you in the Navy?
Air Force.
Air Force. What is your opinion of war/history taught in school today?
Of what now?
Of the war or history that is taught in the schools today? Do you have an opinion of that?
Well, I don't really know what's taught in the schools today.
Okay. What is the most positive thing you took away from your experience in the service?
That I took away?
That you took away, the most positive.
Just being able to serve what they requested me to do.
Was there anything negative that you took away from that?
No.
Okay, the one last question I have is there anything you'd like to add to this whole thing that you'd like to say or make a statement of any kind?
Well, that I was just proud to serve, and me and my younger brother followed our 5 older brothers. They was all in World War II, and I just barely missed World War II, the draft. They quit drafting 18-year-olds on the 15th of May, and I was 18 on the 17th of May. So they was, in 51, they was getting close to me to draft me, and I didn't want to go in the Army. I wanted to join the Air Force, so that's why I went to Scott Air Base at Belleville and joined. And at that time I was able to, my brother and I, to join the Air Force Reserve. We done that in December of 50. May of 51, they activated our unit. And there was 1,800 guys in that unit, and they split us up. 600 went to Fairchild in Washington, Spokane, 600 to March Air Base in California, and 600 to somewhere in Mississippi, I forget where. That was the extent of my military career.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you giving us all this information. I'm going to turn this off real quick, okay?
All right.